Hello students. During last period we have seen monohybrid cross in animals and plants. Okay. Monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? The breeding between two parents by considering a single contrasting character. Okay. Such cross is called as monohybrid cross. This is monohybrid cross. Okay. Now in monohybrid cross we breed the two wild type of individuals. Okay, here male is wild, here female is wild. Okay, now see once what is the wild type of individuals or wild parents. Okay, in any population of plant or population of animal, certain characters are seen the dominant. Okay, certain characters are seen in more plant or more animals, and some characters are seen in few plants and animals. Okay, such characters are called as wild character. Okay, means for example this tallness is the character. Okay, tallness is the main character. In this tallness, two contrasting patterns are seen in the pea plants. One, tall plants, and second, dwarf plant. When we consider the height of plant is one of the main character, and in this main character height we observe, or Mendel observed, two patterns, that is tall plants and the plants having less height called as dwarf plants. Okay, now he considered that tall plants are the dominant plants which are already present in the population. ओके, पॉपुलेशन में वो पहले से प्रेजेंट है, इसलिए वो अभी ज्यादा से अपने को टॉल दिख रहे। इसका मतलब क्या है, ये टॉल प्लांट जो है वो ओरिजिनल प्लांट्स है और ये डोमिनेंट है, एंड दे हैव द डोमिनेंट allele for the tallness character. Okay, then few plants are the dwarf plants. ये जो टॉल प्लांट्स है, टॉल प्लांट्स की प्रोपोर्शन में जो dwarf plants है ये बहुत ही कम दिख रहे हैं। इसका मतलब क्या है, वो टॉल प्लांट्स में कुछ चेंजेस आ गए ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ इवोल्यूशन, म्यूटेशंस टेक्स प्लेस, वो जीन्स अल्टर हो गए उसके, एंड आफ्टर अल्टरेशन ऑफ जीन्स दैट tall plants become the dwarf plants. Okay, and dwarf plants are having the recessive alleles. Okay, and these two types of varieties of plants, tall plants and dwarf plants, these are called as the wild type of plants. Okay, he has taken wild plants for the breeding, or these are also called as pure plants, pure in the genotype, because he considered these dominant tall plants having dominant genotype capital T, and recessive plants having homozygous dominant genotype small t. These are the recessive plants. Okay, now he breeds that wild varieties. Okay, such breeding of wild varieties is also called as pure breeding. Okay, pure breeding. Now in this cross breeding of these wild individuals, it gives the heterozygous dominant offsprings in F1 generation. Okay, heterozygous dominant individuals, and this all the F1 generation plants individuals shows the same phenotypes. Okay, इसके phenotype same है, सभी tall plant है, because one dominant gene is present in each genotype. Okay, then F2 generation, when these individuals of F1 generation is taken as a parent and breeding between them gives the offspring, these are called as F2 generation. When these parents of individuals of F1 generation are taken as a parents and breeding between them gives the this type of individuals in F1 generation, it gives 3 tall plants and 1 dwarf plants, and phenotypic ratio will be 3:1. Okay, now when we consider genotype, in genotype it gives one homozygous dominant genotype, one and two heterozygous dominant, and one is the homozygous recessive. Hence genotype will be 1:2:1. Okay, this is the Mendelian cross. Now back cross and test cross. These are also the Mendelian experiments. Okay, first one is the back cross. What is back cross? When F1 individual of homozygous parent is crossed with one of the two parents from the derived, such cross is called as back cross. Okay, when F1 individual, this is the F1 generation, F1 individual when cross with one of the parent. This is possible in the plants. Okay, this is possible only in plants or cattles. Okay, this is F1 individual, and this F1 individual breeds with one of the parent. Such type of cross is called as back cross. Now see here, when F1 individual cross with dominant parent, homozygous dominant parent, what will happen? Okay, this capital T small t is the F1 individual. This is F1 individual. This F1 individual is crossed with one of the parent. But when this F1 individual cross with the dominant parent, what will happen? It gives the all same phenotype in the F2 generation. Okay, the cross between F1 individual and one of the dominant parent. When it cross, it gives the F2 generation, or it gives the offspring which are having the same phenotype, same tall plants. Okay, in this parent, this is the original parent having both alleles are dominant, and this is F1 individual which is taken as parent. This is heterozygous, one gene is dominant and one gene is recessive. When these are crossed, it gives the all same phenotypes. All the plants are tall because all the plants genotype are having capital T gene, dominant gene. Okay, and when we consider genotype ratio, it gives the 50% homozygous dominant and 50% heterozygous dominant. Then genotypic ratio will be 1:1. Okay, but phenotypic ratio is 100%. All are the tall plants. Now in second case of back cross, when F1 individual cross with the recessive parent, this is F1 individual, capital T small t, heterozygous, this is F1 individual. When this F1 individual cross with one of the this recessive parent, okay, what will happen? It gives the two types of phenotypes. One is tall plant, two tall plants and two dwarf plants. Then phenotypic ratio will be 1:1. Then when we consider genotype in this F2 generation, it gives two heterozygous dominant plants and two homozygous recessive genotype plants. Means the genotypic ratio will be 1:1. This is the back cross, when the F1 individual breeds with one of his parent. Such type of cross is called as back cross. Now the test cross. What is test cross? Test cross is the cross which is used to know the zygosity of unknown parent. एक दो पेरेंट है, एक मेल और एक फीमेल. ओके, अपने को एक पेरेंट की जाइगोसिटी पता नहीं है, whether it is homozygous dominant or whether it is homozygous recessive. Then when we operate this cross, then the results appear will show whether this zygosity is heterozygous or homozygous. In this test cross, the individual of unknown zygosity is crossed with the recessive individual. The individual of unknown zygosity is crossed with recessive individuals. Okay. When it gives all normal F1 generation offsprings, when it gives the offsprings of same phenotypic characters, then the zygosity of unknown parent will be homozygous dominant. Hence, if test cross give all 100% individual with same phenotypic characters, it clears that the unknown genotype will be homozygous dominant alleles. Okay, we have taken this male as a unknown zygosity. Okay, ये capital A capital है, ये है या capital A small a है, we don't know about that. We make a cross and in F1 generation it gives the same type of phenotypes. Okay, same type of phenotypes, and on this same type of phenotypic characters, we conclude that this parent of unknown zygosity will be the homozygous dominant, or we can say the homozygous dominant individual when crossed with homozygous recessive individual, it gives the F1 generation with 100% same phenotypic characters. In second case, when this heterozygous individual is crossed with homozygous recessive parent, okay, then it gives 50% this normal skin and 50% albino skin. Means 50% phenotypic characters are different and 50% are different. Means phenotypic ratio will be 1:1. Hence, if test cross gives 1:1 phenotypic ratio, we can conclude that the one of the parent with zygosity is unknown will be the heterozygous dominant. Okay. Hence, if test cross give 1:1 ratio of individual with two phenotypic characters, 50-50%, it clears that the unknown genotype will be heterozygous alleles. Okay. These are the test cross. We are testing the zygosity of one of the individual, one of the parent, by crossing it with the homozygous recessive partner. This is the test cross. Okay, now this is one of the example of test cross. Okay, here is the purple color flowers in pea plant, which are seen dominantly, and this is the dominant character of pea plant. And in another case, white color flower are seen. This is the recessive character of pea plants. Okay, hence the alleles for purple flower color are capital P, because this is the dominant character seen more in the population. Okay, then we will take this capital P as a genotype of this dominant plant, dominant character, and this recessive character, it is small p, small. Okay, this is the example of pea plant having contrasting character of flower colors. One purple color flower, second white color. Okay. Now, see, this is the unknown zygosity, and we are crossing these two plants. Okay. Unknown zygosity. When this plant of unknown zygosity, we are crossing it with the homozygous recessive plant. Okay. When this plant is crossed with homozygous recessive plants. Okay, when homozygous dominant plant is crossed with the homozygous recessive plant, it gives the F1 generation with 100% same phenotype. All, or we can say from this result, the zygosity of unknown parent will be the homozygous dominant. In case of heterozygous genotype, one capital P, one small p, we are crossing this also with the homozygous recessive partner. Okay, if such, we don't know about this zygosity, whether both are capital, whether both are recessive, whether one recessive, one dominant. Okay, when we cross this plant with homozygous recessive plant, if it gives 50-50% phenotypes, 1:1 phenotypic ratio, then we can say the zygosity of this unknown P plant will be the heterozygous dominant. Okay, this is the test cross. Now the Mendel's law of segregation, Mendel's laws. This is Mendel's first law, principle of purity of gamete. This law is also called as principle of purity of gametes. Now this law states that during the formation of reproductive cells, the pair of hereditary factors for specific trait separates, so that offspring receive hereditary factors from each parent. What he says, during the formation of reproductive cells, during the formation of gametes, these are gametes. During the formation of gametes, the pair of hereditary factors for specific trait. These are the hereditary factors or genes. Hereditary factor for same trait. This capital T, capital T. These are the alleles which code for the same trait, that is tallness. Okay. During the formation of reproductive cells, this character of specific traits or alleles of specific traits separates in the gametes. Here capital T is present in parent. Okay, when it forms gamete, when this male forms spermatozoa, each spermatozoa is having the one allele. Okay, because these gametes are haploid in nature. In ovum, it also contains single allele. Okay, so that offspring can receive one allele from each parent, one spermatozoa and one egg when fertilized it from the zygotes. Means from spermatozoa, one allele appears in the zygote, and from ovum, one allele appear in same zygote. Means zygote receive one allele from each parent. Okay, one from capital T from male and small t from female. Okay, this is the monohybrid cross. Now following concepts explain the law of segregation. This law of segregation explains gene can exist in more than one form of allele. From this law, during the formation of reproductive cell, the pair of hereditary factors for each trait separate. Okay, means during the gamete formation, the pair of hereditary factors or pair of genes separates in the gamete. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? जीन कैन एग्जिस्ट इन मोर देन वन फॉर्म ऑफ allele. मीन्स पेरेट में ये जो जीन्स है, सिंगल कैरेक्टर के लिए दो जीन्स है इन allele फॉर्म्स. ओके, हियर टॉलनेस के लिए दो जीन है, डॉर्फनेस के लिए दो जीन है, रिसेसिव जीन्स. ऑर्गेनिज्म इनहेरिट two alleles for each trait. This organism, zygote, inherit two alleles for each trait. इसका जो ब्रीडिंग हो गया, ये ब्रीडिंग में क्या हो गया? जाइगोट फॉर्म हो गया और जाइगोट में एक अलील मदर से आ गया, एक फादर से आ गया. ओके, और एंड जाइगोट रिसीव्स टू अलील्स ड्यूरिंग द इनहेरिटेंस. तीसरा कॉन्सेप्ट है व्हेन गैमेट्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय मियोसिस, पेयर ऑफ अलील्स सेपरेट इन द गैमेट्स. वो तो अपन ने देखा है. व्हेन गैमेट्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड, पेयर ऑफ अलील जो है, ये पेयर ऑफ अलील इसमें सेपरेट होते हैं. ठीक है, ये गैमेट में सेपरेट हो गए, एक एक आ गया. ये गैमेट में भी एक एक अलील आ गया. ठीक है. देन ईच गैमेट इज हैविंग सिंगल अलील फॉर ईच ट्रेट. और ईच गैमेट जो है, स्पर्मेटोजोआ है और ओआ है, ईच गैमेट इज हैविंग सिंगल अलील. बिकॉज हियर पेरेंट्स में क्या हो गया? ये जो दो अलील से सेपरेट हो गए और हर एक गैमेट में एक अलील आ गया. देन For every specific characters, two allele appear in the offspring, one from mother, one from father. Or every single character. Here, character is tallness. For tallness character, this offspring receive two alleles, one from father, capital T from father, and small t from mother. Okay. When two alleles in the pair are different, then one is dominant and one is recessive. When we say two alleles are different, then one allele will be dominant, one will be recessive. When we say two alleles are same, then they will be homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive. This is the Mendel's law of segregation. He says that during the formation of gamete, the pair of genes separates. This process of separation is called as segregation, and these separated genes again appears in the offsprings. Then Mendel's law of dominance. In a cross of parents that are pure for contrasting traits, in a cross of parents which are pure for contrasting traits, mean the wild varieties. In the breeding of wild varieties, only one trait appear in the next generation. Next generation mean F1 generation. F1 generation shows only one phenotype, one type of phenotype. Okay. These offspring called as hybrid offspring. Such offspring show the only dominant phenotype in this monohybrid cross. We are crossing this two pure type of individuals or wild individuals. Okay, this is the pea plant. Example of pea plant. It gives yellow seed color. This is the dominant character having homozygous dominant genotype, and pea plant having giving the green seeds, and which is the recessive character, and it is having recessive alleles. Okay, when we cross these two pure plants or wild plants, it is giving four individuals, and this individual shows the same phenotypes. Okay, ये जो पूरे F1 individuals है, तो ये क्या शो कर रही है? Same type of phenotype, same character शो कर रही है. This all the offsprings of F1 generation are the yellow seeds. Okay, even these are heterozygous in genotype. Okay, in this heterozygous genotype, one dominant allele is present, one capital Y is present. Means according to this Mendel's law, the dominant gene always masks the effect of recessive gene. Genotype में अगर dominant gene होता है तो it express its dominant character. Okay, this is recessive alleles always masked by the dominant alleles. Therefore, cross between homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive plant always express the dominant phenotype in F1 offspring. This is the Mendel's law of dominance. Now, third one is Mendel's law of independent assortment. This law states that when parents are differ from each other in two or more contrasting characters. Okay, before we have seen monohybrid cross, we have considered only single character, single contrasting character. But when we consider the two or more contrasting characters, then the inheritance of one pair of allele is independent to that of other pair of alleles, so that it gives diverse phenotypic characters. अभी इसमें ये जो dihybrid cross है, okay, in this dihybrid cross we consider two contrasting characters, दो contrasting characters. अपन ने सिर्फ मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में टॉलनेस, ओके, या एनिमल की स्किन कलर, या ऐसी एक ही कैरेक्टर लिया था. ओके, here in dihybrid cross we consider two contrast characters. Okay, one contrast characters. Now we are taking example of pea plant. Okay, now wild or dominant alleles are present in pea plant, which shows the phenotypes of round seed and purple flowers. Round seeds, shape of seed is one character and color of flower is the another character. In first character, seed shape, there are two conditions are seen: round seeds and wrinkle shaped seeds. Okay, this is the one character. And another main character is the color of flowers. Two patterns are seen in pea plant, that is purple flower color and white flower color. In this combination, the round seed sheep is the dominant one because these are present in more quantity in the population. Hence, this round seed sheep is dominant one, and we have taken capital R gene for the round seed shape. Then wrinkle seed shape, this is recessive character because this is seen in very less number in population, and we have taken this small r for the recessive gene, and it gives the wrinkle seed shape. Capital P is the dominant gene for purple flower color. Purple color flower is the dominant character of plant because it is more in the population, and the small p will be the recessive gene for this color of flower, and it gives white color of flower. Okay, now we write these genes in the allelic form. Okay, now for wild plant, when these plants gives round seed shape, then the capital R allele is present in that pea plant because we have taken R gene is dominant for round seed shape. इसका मतलब क्या है, वो पी प्लांट में ये दो अलील होंगे, कैपिटल आर राउंड सीड शेप के लिए. एंड फॉर रिसेसिव कंडीशन रिंकल सीड शेप के लिए ये स्मॉल आर. ओके, नाउ दिस पर्पल फ्लावर कलर इज डोमिनेंट. इसका मतलब वो पी प्लांट में पर्पल फ्लावर कलर के लिए ये दो अलील होंगी, कैपिटल पी. ओके, एंड जो रिसेसिव कंडीशन है व्हाइट कलर फ्लावर के जो प्लांट्स है उसमें ये स्मॉल पी होंगे बिकॉज दीज आर रिसेसिव. ओके, then the wild parents will be one parent with both dominant characters, round seed shape and purple flower, that is capital R, capital P, and other parent with both recessive character, that is wrinkle seed and white flower, small r, small p. Okay, now see this in the language of chromosomes. Okay, this is the homologous chromosome. In this homologous chromosome, these two alleles are present for one character, that is round shape, and these two alleles are present for the color of flower. Okay, these alleles are dominant, hence we write capital P, and for seed shape, two dominant genes are present, alleles are present, which are capital R. Same in this recessive condition. For the shape of seed, wrinkle shape of seed, these two recessive alleles are present, smaller, and for white flower color, which is recessive condition, these two small p genes are alleles are present. Okay, now then the genotype of this dominant plants will be capital R, small p, because we are considering two contrasting characters. One is round seed and another is the purple flower color. Okay, and we have taken recessive condition, this wrinkle seed shape and white flower color. Hence we have taken this small p. Okay, these are the gametes. Gametes will be small r, capital P, and small r, small p, because from the pair of allele, the alleles are separated in the gametes. यहाँ पे एक राउंड शेप के लिए अलील है, एक है फ्लावर कलर के लिए. ये दो दो अलील है, इसमें से एक एक अलील सेपरेट हो गई, मीन्स एक आर एक पी, ये आरपी, ओके, गैमेट में आ गया. देन अनदर आरपी goes in another gamete. Then same will be happen in this female also. ये एक पेयर जो है अलील की, एक वहां में आएगी, दूसरी पेयर दूसरे वहां में आएगी. आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन इट गिव्स द heterozygous dominant combinations. Okay, this one capital R capital P unite with this first one, and this also unite with fertilize with second one, and this second type of dominant combination may also unite with first and second, and it gives four individuals which are heterozygous dominant. Okay, this is the fact. Now this is the dihybrid case. Okay, these are the parent, capital R capital R capital P capital P, small r small r small p small p. This is the round seed shape and purple flower. This capital R is the allele for round seed shape, and capital P are the alleles for purple seed shape, purple flower color. Okay, because we are seeing the dihybrid cross and considering two contrasting characters. One character is round seed shape, another character is wrinkle seed shape. Round seed shape is dominant, wrinkle seed shape is recessive. Another character is the color of flower. Purple flower is dominant, hence we have taken capital P, and here white flower shape. This is the contrasting character of this flower color, and this gives recessive gives white flower. Okay, round and purple, and this recessive condition is wrinkle and white. After fertilization in F1 generation, it gives the heterozygous dominant individuals. Okay, this is the F1 generation. This first pollen unite with this first ova, then first pollen unite with second ova, and it gives these two combinations. This second pollen fertilize with first spore, and this first pollen is also fertilized with second one and gives such combinations. Okay, and it gives the individuals of same phenotypes, that is round seed color and purple flower color, because dominant allele are present in each of the individuals of F1 generation. Okay, now self cross we have to breed for F2 generation. For F2 generation we takes the parents from F1 generation. ये F1 generation के parent अपन ने यहाँ पे लिए है, और इनका क्रॉसिंग करके अपन क्या कर रहे हैं, F2 जनरेशन तैयार कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, these are the F1 parents. These F1 parents are dominant in phenotype, but they are heterozygous dominant types or heterozygous genotype. Okay, then इसके भी gametes. These are the gametes. First is capital R capital P. This capital is round seed shape, and this P, capital P, is for the flower color. Okay, because we are seeing the dihybrid cross, means अपन दो कैरेक्टर्स स्टडी कर रहे हैं, दो कैरेक्टर्स कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये गैमेट में दो कैरेक्टर के लिए एक एक अलील आएगा, बराबर है. यहाँ पे पेरेंट में क्या है, एक कैरेक्टर के लिए दो अलील है, दूसरे कैरेक्टर के लिए दो अलील है. गैमेट जब फॉर्म होगा तो गैमेट में क्या आएगा, एक अलील और ये दूसरे कैरेक्टर का एक अलील. ठीक है, देन कैपिटल आर स्मॉल पी, स्मॉल आर कैपिटल बी, स्मॉल आर स्मॉल. ओके, ये इसकी अलील सेपरेट होके बोथ कैरेक्टर के लिए एक एक अलील गैमेट में आएगा. ठीक है, देन फॉर fertilization we have to draw the Punnett square. The Punnett square is the table diagram for showing the individuals of F2 generation. Okay, in in this Punnett square, horizontally we have taken the male gametes and vertically there are female gametes. Okay, these are male gametes taken horizontally, these are female gametes taken vertically, and this gives this 16 type of combination. Okay, now in this combination it gives the phenotypic ratio of 9:3:3:1. Okay, it gives 9 individuals with राउंड सीड शेप एंड पर्पल फ्लावर कलर्स। मीन्स इसमें आर एंड पी कैपिटल जिसमें हो तो वो क्या करेंगे, राउंड सीड एंड पर्पल फ्लावर का इंडिविजुअल देंगे। ये पूरे जो है दिस आर 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 और 9, दिस 9 विल बी द राउंड सीड शेप एंड पर्पल फ्लावर कलर। ओके, देन 3 are the wrinkled seed shape and purple flower color. 3 are the wrinkled seed shape, means small r. Small r, small r, small r gives the, this allele gives the wrinkled seed shape, and capital P codes for the is the dominant gene for purple flower color. Hence, this 3 red colored combinations gives the wrinkled seed shape and purple flower. Then another 3, these green colored combinations, this gives the round seed shape and white flower, because for flower colors these are having the recessive alleles, small p. Okay, and for seed color it is having the dominant genes and is gives the round seed shape and white flower color. Okay, 9:3:3 and 1, ये जो last है, this genetic combination is having the alleles for both characters are the recessive, smaller, small p. Hence, this combination gives the wrinkled seed shape and white flower color. Okay, hence the ratio will be 9:3:3:1. Means according to Mendel's law, according to this Mendel's law, when parents are differ from each other in 2 or more contrasting characters, then inheritance of one pair of allele is independent to that of other pair of alleles. ये वन पेयर ऑफ allele हो गई आर आर, ये पीपी दूसरी। ठीक है, अभी ये जो alleles है, ये alleles जो है वो इनहेरिट कैसे होंगी। अभी ये देखो, पेरेंट में क्या था, हेट्रोजाइगस था, बराबर है, दोनों पेरेंट में राउंड सीड शेप के लिए ये हेट्रोजाइगस था, but in this individual it appears as a homozygous dominant. Okay, in this case, this red color combination, in this genotype, these both alleles for seed shape are recessive. Means all alleles present in the parents when inherit in the offsprings, they behave independently. They behave independently and gives such type of diverse phenotypic effects. Okay, and this is the genotypic ratio of this dihybrid cross. 1:2:2:2 4:1:2 1:2 But we are not interested in this long genotype. We are only interested in this phenotype. Dihybrid cross gives the 9:3:3:1 genotype in F2 generation. Now, dihybrid cross in animals. In animals also, this gray body and long wings, these are the dominant characters which are seen in the houseflies, gray body and long wings. And another type of recessive characters are seeing black body and short wings. These are the recessive characters. Now, in the term of gene, we have taken capital G as a dominant gene for gray body. Gray body color is the dominant color because it is seen more in the population. Hence, this is the dominant character. We have taken dominant gene for gray body color, and small g will be the recessive gene, and it gives the black body color in this fly. Then capital L is the dominant gene for long wings. We are considering capital L is the dominant gene for long wing because long wing is the dominant character. It is seen more in the population. Okay, and small l will be the recessive gene which gives the short wing character. Okay, now then allelic form. In allelic form, this ग्रे बॉडी कलर, ये जो ग्रे बॉडी कलर की फ्लाई है जिसका बॉडी कलर ग्रे है, तो उसके बॉडी में बॉडी सेल्स है, उसमें जो अलील है तो कौन सी अलील रहेगी? कैपिटल जी, बराबर है, बिकॉज दिस इज द वाइल्ड वेराइटी फाउंड मोर इन द पॉपुलेशन. और जो रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर्स है, कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग कैरेक्टर्स है, जो रिसेसिव है उसमें स्मॉल जी अलील रहेगी. जो फ्लाई ब्लैक बॉडी कलर उसका है, ओके, रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर है तो उसमें स्मॉल जी रहेगा. ओके, होमोजाइगस रिसेसिव. लॉन्ग विंग फ्लाई में अलील्स रहेंगे कैपिटल एल, एंड दिस शॉर्ट विंग जो है, जो रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर है उसमें रहेंगे स्मॉल एल. ओके, देन वाइल्ड पेरेंट्स विल बी कैपिटल जी, कैपिटल एल एंड स्मॉल एल, because we are breeding the wild type of individuals, wild type of parents. Okay, one parent with both dominant character, this gray body color and long wings, and other parent with both recessive characters, black body and short wings. Okay, this is the cross. Okay, these are the gamete, and it produces this F1 generation, which is the heterozygous in genotype, and it gives all gray and long winged flies. Okay, because here dominant genes are present, body color G and L for long wing. These both dominant genes are present in all the combinations, hence it gives all gray body color and long wing individuals. Now for F2 generation, we cross the individuals of F1 जनरेशन. ये F1 जनरेशन में से एक मेल एक फीमेल लेके हम F2 जनरेशन निकालते हैं. ओके, दिस इज द heterozygous type of F1 generation. This is male, this is female. Long gray and long wing. Female is also gray and long wing. ये गलत हो गया, black नहीं है, gray and long wing. Okay, these both are same. Okay, and these produce the same type of these gametes. Okay, now we draw the Punnett square. Yeah, horizontally male लिया, vertically female लिया, and it gives the this 16 combination of phenotypes. This 9 combination gives the dominant phenotype, means gray body color and long wing. Okay, because ये पूरे जो लाल स्क्वायर है, ओके, रेडिश स्क्वायर है, उसमें क्या है, हर एक में ये बॉडी कलर के लिए डोमिनेंट जीन है और विंग शेप के लिए भी डोमिनेंट जीन है. ओके, इसलिए ये क्या करेंगे, ग्रे बॉडी एंड लॉन्ग विंग का फिनोटाइप शो करेंगे. ये हो गया 9. देन ये जो 3 है ग्रीन कलर के, इसमें क्या है, बॉडी कलर के लिए कैपिटल जीन है, बट विंग की जो साइज है, लेंथ ऑफ विंग्स के लिए both L are small, hence it shows the gray body and short wings. ये 3 अलग हो गए in 9:3. Then this red also shows the recessive genes, recessive alleles for the body color, hence it gives black body and long wings, because capital L are seen in these 3 combinations. It gives the 3 individuals of black body and long wings, and one is showing both the alleles for both the characters are recessive. It gives black body and short wing individual. This is only one. Hence, the ratio will be 9:3:3:1. Okay. This is the dihybrid cross. Okay. What we have seen? We have seen the Mendel's experiments, back cross, test cross. Okay. Then Mendel's law. And this third Mendel's law is explained by this dihybrid cross. Okay. This is about the Mendel's laws. Okay, in next period, we will see another topic. Thank you.